I'm talking about air travel.
And technology and aircraft design have, of course, changed a considerable amount since. Let's take a look at the key moments and events in the development of the airplane.
The first successful powered flight took place and it was built by Wilbur and Overwright. The aircraft flew for the very first time on December 17, 1903. It flew for just 12 seconds, skimming 120 feet across the sands. Here is the image of the aircraft built by the Wrights. The first passenger service flight started in 1914 and it flew for about 20 minutes into Florida. Due to lack of technologies, passengers from the 1930s were rarely seen without their jackets or coats on because it was really chilly inside, since there was no heater in the cabin and it was really rare at that time. In the 30s, the low pressure at high altitude makes it more difficult for air travelers to breathe because their body finds it hard to absorb oxygen. Turbulence was another setback of not having the normal pressure on board. Pilot couldn't rise more than 15,000 feet from the ground. In the 1930s, many aircraft had either weak or no soundproofing at all. So, passengers on board had to deal with loud noise from the engines. One air trip from New York to Los Angeles took about 25 hours in the 1930s. That was how slow it was in the early stage of air travel. To get from one place to another, there will be a dozen stops as well as refuel a couple of times. The first modern passenger airliner was built by Boeing. The Boeing 247 was unveiled in 1933, based on low wings, twin-engine bomber with a retractable landing gear built for the military. It accommodated 10 passengers and cruised at 155 miles per hour with insulated cabin to reduce engine noise level inside the plane. But still, this aircraft was not a pressurized one. The first pressurized aircraft was introduced in 1940 and was first flown by TWA. Air was pumped into the aircraft as it gained altitude to maintain an atmosphere inside the cabin, which is similar to the atmosphere that occurs naturally at lower altitudes. Now, this aircraft could now fly as high as 20,000 feet and reach speed of 200 miles per hour. Today, every aircraft manufactured are pressurized. The air travel evolution led us to where we are currently. Different manufacturers now uses the latest technologies to build more modern and digitalized aircrafts, which uses intelligent digital flight assistant to perform some functions in the cockpit, sometimes substitute for a co-pilot. How were tickets bought then and now, and what would the future be? Before the 1940s, customers would visit the airline's ticket office at the airport, pay by cash or check, and obtain a ticket for use in boarding the aircraft at departure time. Seat availability was maintained via giant magnetic chalkboard or other manual methods, and records were kept on paper. Only the rich and famous could fly at this point in time. And today, you can make your reservations and payments online with your laptop at any given time. The use of iPads and phones are not left out. And also, the self-check-in machines at the airport helps to allocate seats. The demography is based around all ages. This includes male and female, anyone who is fit to fly from all walks of life. Then the psychographic is anyone who loves traveling for either business or pleasure trip. After carrying out extensive research on air travel, here comes Europe asking some long-standing questions on how to improve the customer experience and improve efficiencies for airlines and operators. How can we reduce queuing? How can we reduce queuing? Queuing at the airport is one major problem passengers faces each time they travel. Now meet the processing pod, where all check-in process happen at once. Here, passengers can do all his check-in in one spot through the help of the processing pod. Is there a better way to arrive than in endless traffic? Europe also imagines and suggests an eVTOL, which is a vision of airborne, electronic power, zero emission access to airports. With this, passengers can be able to navigate quickly to the airport. This helps reducing congestion on the streets below. That's the work of the eVTOL. Here, technology and data are improving every element of design and construction. 3D is becoming 7D modeling, reducing cost and improving efficiency for aviation construction. Could this suggestion of Europe be the future of air travel? For me, it's a no, no, no. With the latest immersive technology, DAC, I would say that traveling can be made possible with the use of virtual reality. What is virtual reality? Virtual reality is the use of computer technology to create an imitated environment. This places the user inside the environment to give an immersive experience. With the Oculus Quest, you can travel anywhere you like without ever leaving home. No need for plane tickets. Imagine a future world where anyone can travel with a VR and visit any part of the world. I could be in my bedroom right here in Glasgow and throw on my headset and straight up I go to Nigeria, meet with my family and friends, and then have good time, travel back to Glasgow without using the regular flight means. Okay, I don't have to worry about flight tickets. I don't have to worry about the turbulence. I don't have to worry about bad weather, checking in, queuing, and so many. So if everyone can accept the future and travel with VR, the world will be a better place. It will be less of pollution from fossil fuels emitting from aircraft, and that makes the world a better place to live in.